What's up, guys? So welcome back to another episode of the Honest Tattooer podcast, brought to you by Tattoo Smart. So, thank you for coming back. And we have my co-host, Matt Truiano.
Hey, how you doing?
Our homie G Money back in the house.
What up, guys?
And we have two very special guests. And so we're going to go down the line. We're going to start with you. Austin, welcome to the pod.
Hey, what up?
Welcome.
Dude, thanks so much for having me.
And for the people that don't know you, let them know where you're from, how long you've been tattooing, and what kind of tattoos do you do?
Yeah, so I'm from Las Vegas, Nevada. Maverick Supply Co. Studio 21 Tattoo. Geez, what kind of tattoos do I do? Like illustrative, fun, just kind of old school, but mixed with just my own flair, my own flair.
No, flair.
Yeah, I got all that flair.
Schaflair.
Yeah,
I like it.
Yeah.
And we have a special guest all the way from Poland. Let
What
him know.
up,
Introduce
Poland?
yourself.
Hey, I'm Bartek, Baro from Poland.
Get a little closer to the mic.
Do traditional stuff, mainly in color. Yeah,
Sweet.
Cool,
And how long
cool.
have you been tattooing?
12 years.
12 years. Awesome. And what's the name of your shop?
ETC Tattoo Shop. It's Electric Tattoo Club.
Electric Tattoo Lab. Sick.
Why don't you jump in there? Get a little introduction for yourself in there too.
Yeah. Let's
Jump
get
in
you
there, bro.
Here we go.
Get close to the mic.
Come on, man.
It's like a
We got one more to
We
introduce.
got one more.
Yeah, hey guys.
Bring it
Hey
in.
guys, I'm Mickey. I'm tattooing new traditional and welcome guys.
Yes. And how long have you been tattooing?
10 years, man.
10 years. And you do Neotron.
Yes, that's correct.
Well, welcome to the pod, bro.
Welcome.
Thank you guys.
yeah.
This past weekend, we were all at a tattoo convention.
Not everybody.
Well, not everybody,
Yeah.
but most of us here were at a tattoo convention out of New York City. It made me think a lot about tattoo conventions and how, man, I feel like the dynamic of the convention has changed so much, you know, and I think it's great to have some people from Europe here so we can kind of share, you know, our experiences of where they've been and how they've been. And I think like the vibe, I don't know, man. It's just like, how do you get the public to feel excited about tattoo conventions again?
Dude.
That's like the
Right.
question. How do you get the public to get excited about the shows?
They see it in their pockets all day long.
You know what?
It's
I think a lot of it is also like, I mean, you try to plan as good as you can when you try to like organize such mass events like that, right? But like, for example, there's a lot of tattoo conventions that happen when there's other big conventions of maybe even like not tattoos, but something else.
Dude, the same week
That will
Comic
draw-
Con was going on.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Same-
Oh,
yeah.
Comic-Con? Are you kidding me?
Comic-Con was going on this past weekend, yeah.
Where do you think everybody's going to be? So that's my thing. It's like sometimes it's just right timing and planning, because it's like if everybody's like got choice A over B,
yeah.
I mean,
One of my
geez.
tattooers was here working the Comic-Con booth.
No
He-
shit.
Yeah, he didn't even come here to tattoo for the weekend at the convention. He was over
there's
there selling his
actually a
artwork.
guy
So.
coming here from Poland that went to the
To Comic-Con.
Comic-Con.
Yeah.
and he didn't tattoo the convention, you know.
Yeah.
And he's a well-respected guy who's been tattooing, you know, like we're talking 15, 20 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And I feel
That
like
shows.
that's the hard part, but it's like, you know, with the, like what you just said, right? Like the mystique of tattooing is in their pocket all day long, you know, like, so what am I going to see there that I'm not going to see?
Dude, I've been pushing my tattooers to go work at other conventions that aren't even tattoo conventions. I'm like, just go there. You're more likely to stand out at some sort of like Comic-Con as a tattooer versus at a tattoo convention, which is kind of weird, but
Yeah.
you can go work in like, I don't fucking know, like whatever you're into. Like there's like pet shows and shit. If you could figure out how to get in. I met this guy the other day who was an agent for, he was an agency. I'm going to butcher the shit out of this, but he had an agency. He had like a group of tattooers, and he managed them and got them into other conventions outside of tattoo conventions.
Interesting.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of fucking weird.
That's very
He
interesting.
would put them in like Comic-Con type shows where they would show up and tattoo there, and he would organize everything and handle all the health department shit and just get them in there.
Yeah.
How do you feel about
those.
How do you feel about conventions kind of mixing genres like that? There's one coming up soon here in Westchester. It's a tattoo and horror convention.
Yeah,
Do you like that? Do you not like that?
I don't. Honestly, I feel like it's all out of our hands. It's going to evolve into whatever the hell it is. So if people are feeling it, they're going to go. They're
Yeah.
going to take part in them.
Yeah.
They're going to support them.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's still like, as far as a tattooer right now, it's a struggle for real to get yourself to stand out. So if you can go to a horror convention that might have a hell of a lot better traffic than the actual tattoo convention, that
Yeah.
some of them don't get that much traffic these days. you
Yeah.
know? So
Right.
if you can go there and at least like be exposed to specific niche market that you're trying to hit, then
Yeah.
fuck it, I think you should go. You know,
I think a lot of it too has, I mean, just like real estate, it's location, location, location.
Yeah.
Location means
Some
a
of the
lot.
last conventions that we went to, I feel like just they could have been so much better if they were in a spot that was easily accessible to people,
yeah.
not just tattooers, but like the people who were walking in off the street. Like where we were just now, it was down in the Brooklyn shipyard, the Navy Yard, right? How was anybody getting there? How did you guys get there from not being around?
You know, you just wouldn't get there if you didn't
Know that it was there.
specifically want to get there.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So like I
There's
drove
no
in.
way.
I drove in every day. You drove in every day.
Yeah, I
So
drove
at
in
least
every
like pulling in your own car, that was all right. I can't imagine. Like, where was a bus stop? Where was a train stop? Anybody who wasn't driving, where did they get dropped
The
off?
trains would be a little bit further away in Brooklyn if you were going to go
Yes,
there.
that's tough.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
It's a little
that's
bit
tough.
further away. Like there's not like a train station that's like within a short walk right there, but like you can get there, but you have to make an effort to
Yeah.
get there. Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
Baro.
It's a bit tricky.
Yeah, it would have been a little bit tricky, but like overall, like there was a good turnout of people
There
that
was.
came out, and like
And-
it's this convention is on its 4th year, I believe. That was
Third.
third year.
Third.
So like all things, you have to keep kind of building the people look forward to it after they go to a convention and have a good time. They're like, oh, okay, I can go. One thing was like the venue was great, and shout out to Donald and Ed for putting on like a really
And
fun
Keen.
show, and Keen, like Roy Keane, right? Roy Keane, isn't that his name?
Oh, I don't remember now.
I don't remember either.
But
Yeah.
they did a really good job. I was talking to
Yeah.
Donald outside by the food trucks one of the days, and he was telling me that they did a lot in pre-sales
Yeah.
on the website. So
Yeah.
that's
Great.
where all their traffic was coming from.
Mm-hmm.
And so he did a really good job promoting it because there was a pretty good turnout. There was a lot of people walking around.
Honest Tattooer is brought to you by Tattoo Smart. They offer digital design tools for the professional tattooer, helping you save time and make your clients happy. Make sure to check out some of their best sellers, the Spit Shade set, the Needle set, Advanced 3D Body Parts, and one of my personal favorites, the Snake Kit. With a vast collection of ready-to-use Procreate flash stamps in a range of styles, including neo-traditional, ornamental, illustrative, Japanese, floral, and more. Listeners can use code HONEST20 at checkout to save 20% on any Tattoo Smart order. I feel like most people that get tattooed nowadays, and No Idols is partly a street shop, but a lot of artists work by appointment. But we're still in a really good location in New York City where there's like a lot of people walking around. You know?
Being exposed to your store.
But it's still like a matter of like, I feel like the tattoo customer nowadays is most likely finding people through the internet in some form and then seeking them out and going to that place. Even though today there was still like a good amount of walk-ins that just showed up to the shop and got tattooed.
Yeah.
But I don't think every location, like you said, location. We happen to be in a really good spot in New York City.
Yep.
If you're in a shop that's second floor, probably your odds immediately 50% cut.
Oh, for sure.
I would say,
Yeah.
And if you're not in like a good area, it goes down another, like 20, 30%. And then you're like in the
That's
real
true.
low end of that.
Yeah.
So how do you,
I don't know. I kind of like back to the conventions too, though. Not even from a customer standpoint, but like the conventions are so different now. The culture and the energy between the artists is so different.
Yes.
Like everybody stays at an Airbnb now. Everybody Ubers there, and they're not staying in that one hotel. Remember back in the day when everybody
Yeah.
stayed at a hotel?
Yeah.
At the base of the lobby was a
Yeah,
bar, and
that's
everybody
cool.
was down there all 3 nights getting wrecked and like just having a blast. And dude, I just did the Austin, Texas show. It was like fucking no one. I met one person in the lobby.
yeah.
And I bumped into one guy at the elevator. Everybody's like, "Oh, bro, I got like a group Airbnb across the way or something." No one stays together. There's no like community.
Yeah, there was you'd see people that were like the early risers that you see them in like the breakfast buffet.
Yeah. Because you want to know why? Because they didn't do any drugs.
No, for sure.
Yeah,
they
they're
worked
just like-
out already too.
Yeah.
They worked out.
They worked out, yeah.
Yeah.
Breakfast buffet.
That was not me.
There was that gang, dude.
Oh, yeah.
And then there were the dudes that were like
Oh,
up
man.
in somebody's room at like 3, 4 in the morning.
tattooing each other.
tattooing each
Yeah,
other.
for
dude.
sure.
Yeah.
Back at the we're finishing our piece of the fucking
Yeah.
the hotel
But
room.
it was like good times. There were great times, like great memories made in that environment. You know?
Oh my god! I remember I did a show. I used to do shows with Big Me's back in the day, and he was in my booth, and he was a younger guy at the time, and he fucking. I remember he was so pissed at me in the morning because I stayed out all fucking night. So I was with you that night. I feel like it was.
Look at that.
Boston.
It
Yeah.
was probably a good time.
Yeah, stayed out all night long. I woke up in this place. There was not my hotel room. I was lost. I come home and Mies is just mean bugging me. I had the bed and he slept on the floor. And no one showed up to sleep in the bed. He's a big ass girl fan. And I was like,
Shit. That's
he was
right
just
on
mean
there.
bugging me in the morning. I'm like,
Yeah,
sorry,
yeah,
bro.
oh man.
But even like those nights out where we would go out like crazy. We were just talking earlier about like I have a memory of you and I peeing into a fountain at like 3 a.m. and a security
That
guy
is very
chasing us
true,
and running
dude.
down the.
I'm pretty sure that was in Boston.
That was in Boston.
I feel like it was in Boston. Maybe.
Was that the night Dave
But-
Tavenol like somebody ran up on me?
He
That was-
headbutted somebody
Yes.
that night.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
he
that was me.
headbutted
Yeah.
somebody
What?
that
I was
yeah.
peeing on a Tacoma. I wasn't on the Tacoma. I was near the Tacoma. And then all of a sudden 3 dudes got up in my face and they're like, "Whoa, you pissing on my fucking truck?" And I was like, I don't know what's going on, but I wasn't, and Dave just runs out of nowhere and is just like, "What?" Oh my God. He just ran those dudes across the streets.
It was good times, dude.
So
Good times in tattoo history.
Yeah. We need to figure out how to get people back together at the shows. And I don't know. Something if we could get everybody into that hotel
Yeah.
lobby. That's when you really make those good relationships with all different tattooers from all over the world. You get to hang out and bullshit. And
Yeah.
I feel like it was
So
like the
great.
Big Bang. Like everybody was so close to each other, and now just little by little, it's just expanding and expanding.
made me cry.
Nobody's-
Yeah. Those fucking early risers, you come in and they're already tattooing at the convention at like 9 and you're like, well, what did you do last night? You do nothing?
I'm
did you
like-
do talk
Well,
to
shout
people?
out to the
You know what's funny? You know what's funny? I walk it like in the convention, I'll just be like, loser.
Yeah. Nerd. Like,
Yeah.
what are you here to tattoo?
Freaking nerd.
Dude, shout out to my homie fucking Nathan Evans.
Joking.
Dude. Nathan Evans was the guy that would never go out and party and drink. He's like, yeah, dude, I'm gonna fucking rage. I'm gonna go straight to bed at 11 o'clock,
Yeah,
dude.
he's eating.
He would sell it to you like this. Like, oh, dude, I'm gonna fucking rage all night, dude. I'm going to bed at 11 and I'm gonna wake up at 8.
eating granola all day long and doing
Yeah,
push-ups
dude.
between his set. Like these motherfuckers.
Yeah.
For sure, dude. And I'm like, oh man. And like he would wake up early, work out, and do the whole routine, man. He was just
yeah.
on it, dude.
Yeah, every time I see him, he's tattooing at a convention.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Ridiculous.
I'm gonna hustle while you losers party. And
Yeah.
put stuff up your nose.
Eating bananas and shit.
Eating
Out of here, bro.
After I got the chance to sit down with Matt and John on the Honest Tattooer podcast, the Force of Focus got amazing feedback when it comes to the Hello to Healed process, networking strategies, and most of all, creating your own personal brand and culture. So I want to give you the opportunity to take 15% off by coming to join the Force of Focus. Now, this is a community of high-achieving tattoo artists who are all here for one reason: to be around like-minded individuals who all want to grow not only in our personal lives, but within our business. We're going to walk with you side by side to build out every system you could ever imagine to not only ensure the fact you're on the right path, but how to be able to see your dream life and then achieve it. Now, I have a laundry list of artists who have been able to achieve their dreams, and if you're ready to do the same, click the link below and let's get a conversation.
Earlier, like we had a little sit down dinner and we're talking about things, and we were reminiscing about the days of Tattoo Fight Club.
Brought a
And-
tear to my eye this
I
one.
I know,
remember that.
man.
Yeah, that was the thing.
Okay, so before we chime in on this, I want to talk to you guys about it because you guys know about it, and you guys from a whole part of the world.
Yeah, but I did my research. Going from profile to profile until I found out, like, no, there's not many people knowing about this thing.
Yeah. It was something that was like within like a group of tattooers,
Yeah.
here in the States, and we were
2012-ish?
Yes, 2012ish.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
during that time, and man, I told my girlfriend this. I was like, man, the moment of tattooing between 2012 to like 2019 was like sweet moment of tattooing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet moment of tattooing as far as the tattooers, the environment in like the industry and like the people coming up on it and just like
Yeah.
Instagram
togetherness.
came around, and that was like a big thing. We were like, whoa.
I think that's when like Instagram was nice to us.
Yeah, it was brand new
Yeah.
too, or
Yeah.
at least we started embracing
You know, it
artist
pulled,
community.
but you know, when it let go,
Yeah. Once Instagram was like, wait, these people are making a lot of money off of this app?
Yeah.
No way they're going to make all this money without giving us some. Not going to happen. They're getting all of these clients. No, not anymore. You need to promote your post.
I just remember the energy of exchanging each other's Instagram handles and stuff, and you were like, "Oh, cool! He followed me.
We
I
followed each
him
other.
back.
It was a sweet, sweet moment. A lot of like,
Yeah, I had a
lot of
ridiculous
connections
Instagram name at the time too. I don't know if you remember, is On My Dong.
oh my dong, yes.
Because I thought Instagram was going to be a joke. I thought
Oh,
it was
like
some thing.
who would have thought about it
Yeah.
seriously 10 years ago? You know, like
Hold on.
that was
Bumping at a
like
tattoo
thing for
convention
kids.
on my dong. Hey, what's up, bro? Dude, I fucking been following you for like last 2 years, bro. I love your work.
I think it was Josh Payne that was like, "What the fuck are you doing, bro?
What is on my dong, dude? I'm like, well, you're on it.
That's your Instagram name?" I'm like, yeah, I don't know.
I got an appointment with on my dong.
It rolls right off the.
My email was on my dong at yahoo.com. It just sounds so fun to tell. Nobody fucking forgot it though. You know, when
Yeah,
you told them,
that's
they
really
were like,
good. Man,
I want to talk to some people. So you don't have that handle anymore.
"Oh, no, I switched it up." Yeah.
So I want to get somebody on like Nick Kaiser, right?
Yeah.
Who's been dead meat forever.
Yeah.
he's been
And
dead meat.
people know him as Dead Meat.
Hey, dead meat.
They sometimes don't know his real name, but he's such a well-known tattooer. Like
yeah.
that's got to fuck with your head every now and then.
Yeah.
Or like Courtney, she's Blood of Wolves. She's been Blood of Wolves for so
Even
long.
blood of wolves.
They don't know her as Courtney.
I
I mean, maybe they do now, but
I asked Nick that the other day. I was like, "Do you want me to put our collab together as Dead Meat or your real name?" And he chose real name. I was like,
yeah, I think he's trying to push for his
trying
real
to
name.
get out there. Yeah.
Yeah, after a while, it's like you just want to be known as you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And when you meet him, you're like, I don't know what I was expecting. Dead Meat. But
Dead
you're
meat
like
from-
really sweet. And I like want to hug you and go out to dinner with you.
Right.
Dead Meat just sounds so mean. He's a fun dude. We just did our little interview with him in Austin, Texas. He's
a great guy.
Super sweetheart. Yeah. Talented fucking man.
So good. Fight Club.
Fight Club. So we were reminiscing about Fight Club and about how the community was really connected by something that was, it was in the internet and on Instagram. A lot of people never met each other or saw each other, but they interacted through it, and it created a sense of community. And I think like that's one thing that like Fight Club and I feel like Honest Tattooer kind of have in common, that we were able to like create a sense of community and connection of people that all have like this one passion,
Yeah.
you know, and
Illustration.
shared, you know.
Sitting down and drawing and putting in work.
Before we get any further into it, why don't you explain what Tattoo Fight Club was for people who don't?
Okay. Yeah. So if you don't know, it was we basically took the Instagram platform and turned it into an interactive drawing forum. So you had two different artists, and these could be tattooers on any part of the world. Each artist would pick out one subject. So say you picked monkey, I picked bicycle. You and I both have to draw whatever monkey bicycle means to us. So it was a real simple thing. And so you would draw yours, and then I would draw mine. And then we'd post them next to each other and then put them up on the Instagram profile. And then the general public in the comments could vote left or right. And, you know, they were like tall verticals of your drawings. So it was, from an artist standpoint, a real vulnerable kind of thing. You're like, oh shit, I'm going to battle this dude. And then the general public is going to tell me if I suck or not. you
Yeah.
know?
Right.
So it was fun, man. It was really cool. It drove people, and we pushed hard, and it was accessible. So anybody could do it. And then you would just hashtag it Tattoo Fight Club. And
Yeah.
I would go in there and pick out, you know, good battles and then tag both of the artists. So then you got exposure through that. It was fun as fuck. Yeah, it was like Jonathan Penchoff and I just started it real randomly. Like I remember being up late at night talking to him, and like little girls on the phone. It was awesome.
What do you
We're
think about this?
so excited about this, and he had some ideas about it, what he wanted to call it, and I don't know. I just randomly just was like, let's call it Tattoo Fight Club. It's like a fun,
Such a good name.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
Dude.
great name.
yeah. And then my buddy Tyson Tamaoi, Savage Son, he did all the graphics for it and everything. He was so in love with
That classic little fighting guy, dude.
dude. Such a great logo. And
Great logo.
Dude, Tyson crushed it. Dude.
Yeah.
So, and he is like a big part of the heart of Tattoo Fight Club too. Is like he's one of those illustrators that everybody was scared to step to, like the best break dancer in school type shit, you know. We're like, I don't know,
I'm not
man.
gonna
I don't
dance
know,
battle you,
motherfucker.
bro. You're really good at
But
this.
yeah, I don't know if I actually battled him, but he just crushed anybody, and
Yeah.
still to this day, and his heart's still there too. So I want to get him involved in it again. It would be cool.
That's sick.
But it was a real fun community, and everybody, you could go into the profile and you could see all the people just scrolling down of like all these people that battled each other. And it, like we talked about earlier, it brought in tattooers that, it brought in artists. So it was just a very open thing. Like we weren't tattooer only friendly, and anybody would
Any
come in.
illustrator could jump into it.
Yeah, so it was cool because all these different illustrators from all over the world, different styles and stuff, would jump in, and they were scared. They would like be texting me, "Oh, bro, when are you gonna post that fight, dude? Like, I don't know if should we post it? You know, like I'm fucking posting this shit.
Yeah, like, oh, yeah,
dude, it's
yeah,
gonna be
shut
good."
up.
And it was good energy.
It was fun times.
Cool.
Yeah.
And I think like
I remember it.
one of the cool things about like Tattoo Fight Club is that sometimes you could see like a collaboration between two people or a fight between two people, right? And then you're like, oh man, I want to redraw that myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
And then turn it into something, you know. But it's a great way to just restart ideas and just get things flowing and drawing things that are outside of are in your comfort zone or things that you're like, oh, that's a crazy idea that I never thought about illustrating.
That was
Yeah,
that was
right.
the challenge of your opponent picking this random subject, and if they pick tigers and you fucking suck at drawing tigers, you better figure it out, dude.
Yep,
you're
better.
gonna go public with
Exactly.
it here pretty soon, and everybody's gonna shit on your tiger.
The
was fun.
the only battle I ever did, shout out to Sam Fiorino. He was working at Addicted to Ink in White Plains.
Yeah.
I remember my part was zombie, and then he picked candy. So we had to do like a zombie candy
that's
thing.
fun.
It was so cool. I'll never forget it. He drew such an awesome Pez dispenser with like a zombie head opening up and the candy coming at it. It was
Yeah.
fucking coolest thing ever.
Sick.
So cool.
That's what's so cool about the challenge, you know.
And what was that? You said 2012, right? And I still
Yeah.
remember that drawing to this day.
yeah, man.
Yeah.
They're like it was
Pretty
Gary,
rad.
Gary posted this week, Daggerface, and it was just that was like some sentimental stuff he posted about it driving him and putting himself in this vulnerable position where he got to hang out with tattooers and that he never thought he would be able to draw with or whatever. Dude, it was cool.
That's
Come on.
rad. There are those moments in tattooing where people felt really inspired and
Yeah,
felt really
they're
good
pivotal.
about.
Yeah.
They were really good moments.
Yeah, it was cool, and I know hopefully we can do some more stuff. And it is weird to hear people though that like hear about it now and they kind of don't get it or whatever. But
Yeah.
some of these fucking tattooers weren't even almost alive then. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. Some of those were
like you were in
very young.
diapers. Yeah,
They're very young
it's
age.
fun. I don't
No,
know.
that is rad. That is rad. I'm like, I feel like, you know, tattooing could use more things like that nowadays.
It's funny. I feel like there's a sense of community that's lost, and I don't know. I just feel like we need to figure out. I don't know if it's because everything's so niche or I don't know.
It's just, I mean, it's social media, right?
It's
Like,
a kind of
it's supposed to connect. So in the tattoo world, and also in relation with like the entire world, it's supposed to really unify us, right? But
Yeah.
kind
Connect
of
us.
but kind of separate us, because it's like, oh, I'm already connected to you via the internet,
yeah.
so the community is really lost, and I've seen that like decline. But I mean, you know, it's something we couldn't really. Could we have prevented it? You know, like.
I don't know.
Remember when you used to
Oh,
follow
you know.
people and then you actually got to see
And
their
you actually
artwork?
got to, yeah, exactly.
And it was
So
like
now it's different.
Yeah,
It's
I don't
completely
have-
different. It's
yeah,
like,
like-
you want to know why? Because we're just exposing so much more of
too
ourselves
much. Yeah.
to the point where it's like, what does it matter if I, you know, in real life or not? You know, I already got so much
Yeah.
of you through the exposure, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's fun though.
It was fun.
think
It was fun times, but I think it was like, you know, the more that we dive into the digital age of things, like you're saying, you know,
Yeah.
some things are getting lost.
But it also could be there's just like a convention every weekend somewhere,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know?
Well, I keep saying conventions need to be smaller and tighter.
Correct.
Do you
Yeah.
remember? Do you remember working like a random off convention and you went in there and you got best of show or something. You're like, I'm good, bro. I'm crushing it. I'm in fucking something Nantucket, just a random ass little town. But and the convention would be super slow. But you got to hang out with everybody.
Yeah.
I love that shit, dude.
Yeah.
Anytime, it's almost like we just need to throw shows that nobody tattoos at.
Like the tiniest tattoo shows ever.
Nobody even does anything other than we just party.
Shout out to Am Jam in Syracuse. You ever do that one?
I've never done that show, but
That
I've
was
heard
fun. It was like
stories.
100 bikers, and it was all doing like these shitty little tattoos, but it was so much fun.
Yeah.
And everybody was just hanging out, getting bombed, and but it's just like that. Like there's nobody there. If you won tattoo of the day, like you're proud of yourself,
Yeah.
then you look at the competition like, all right.
That's fine. Like, that's not the point, dude.
I'm finding myself.
Yeah, you got a sweet little old wooden plaque with some shitty award, and I still hang those
I
up.
want that corny ass plaque.
Yeah,
All right, talking about fucking awards, I'm gonna bring it up. So like, I'm not gonna name names or anything like that, but I will bring this just scenario up, right? Let's say you go to a tattoo convention and you go to enter a contest, right? Let's say there's 20 entries and
man.
15 entries belong to one artist in
How
one
does-
category.
Now, does he get knocked for? No. So were these done? They were obviously not done at the show.
No,
No.
let's just say it's like the Japanese category. In
Yeah, he
like,
brings his whole clientele.
and he brings his whole clientele,
The whole clan.
the whole clan.
Is it a knock for being a hustler and working his ass off to get people there?
I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. Like, there's
Yeah.
something about it that it's like it just leaves like a bad taste in my mouth. But and then part
I
of
mean,
it
look.
gives me one thing like it's like a double thing. It's like part of it's
Yeah.
like respect, and part of it's like
Can I
like
say
you go on.
something?
But try hard.
I think it's I mean it's definitely over the top because it's like, okay, look, from like let's say you're gonna be on a judgment, like on a judge standpoint, if you can't just be satisfied with showing off 5 of your best,
Yeah,
like you need
3,
fucking
yeah.
excuse my language, you need fucking 15 entries. Like there should be a limit. It's like relax, like okay, you got 15 of your people here, you got
Yeah.
15 tattoos, choose the 5 best ones.
Yeah, dude.
5 of these is even a lot. In my
That's what I was gonna say.
Hey,
3, I'd say
more
3
than-
max.
I'm being generous, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
5 is
Yeah.
like, I mean, out of 15, a 5 at least. Come on, man.
But then if you enter 3 and then everybody else is lazy and doesn't bring their own client, and then there's like, I don't know.
So one of the things that I liked about this convention was that only the artists working at the convention were allowed to enter pieces in, which I think is nice.
Okay, that is.
I think
pretty
that was
good.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was nice.
That makes sense.
Because there's a lot of times that you get like these just people who were walking around the convention like, oh, I got a piece I could enter in that, and then
True.
they might win, and then the announcer, the
I was
MC,
like, who
is
did
like-
your tattoo?
and then some guys like a random tattooer. Now the client's got this trophy. He didn't deserve it. You
Yeah.
can't give it to the artist because the artist isn't there.
Yeah.
And all the other people who are there are like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's
I
kind of
remember
lame.
used to seeing it on Instagram, back a couple of years ago when there was guys who had pieces, done by guys like Nico Hurtado who'd go to conventions that he wasn't even there. And they
Yeah,
put
they
the
just
prizes
tour.
and just
Yeah.
like, Nico
Yeah.
doesn't even
I got this one by Nico back in like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just throw
I
it
mean,
in.
Great tattoos and everything. I appreciate the craftsmanship.
Correct.
It does make sense to just make it's not even the competition, just give the people who are actually tattooing the
In
convention.
attendance.
Yes.
Like
There's
the
some
attention
correct.
that is needed
Yeah, yeah.
for this,
Great.
for
Yes.
this thing,
Yeah.
for this very thing.
Agreed.
I also liked because it was only the people who were working the convention that could enter their into the contest. They did not have to pay to get into the contest.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah.
That's nice. That's a nice
Yeah.
touch.
Yeah, that's actually really nice.
That makes sense, though, too.
Yeah.
In-house
Yeah.
contest.
I like that.
You ever had a client want to keep the trophy?
Yes.
Yes.
I've had a client keep one of the trophies. I'm like, this one's for you, actually.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Because sometimes they'll give out 2, one for the client, one
Right.
for the artist. I did have a client though that won the world's largest show in Vegas that won like best color sleeve or something, and she was like,
Thanks.
and started walking away, and I was like,
oh shit. Oh, dude, that's like
That was Is that,
I did
that was Mario show, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Dude, I did a convention in Melbourne, Australia, and I got best neo-trad, and I was so stoked because there were like
passage.
no, it wasn't rites of passage. It was in Melbourne. Not Rites of Passage. I think it's in Sydney.
Okay.
And I was so stoked. There were so many good Neo Trad pieces at that show that I was really proud of it.
God.
And my guy who got the piece that day was like, thanks, dude. I'm out, dude. He was gone. I was like, oh, I didn't even get to get a picture of it.
Exactly.
I was like, I want a prize for
Gone.
sitting like a
Yeah.
champ. Yeah.
This is my arm. This is my prize.
Yeah.
I know, man. I think
So
I had
wild.
something to do with it.
It was wild, but it's like, oh, cool.
Maybe I made it happen.
Yeah.
Sick.
I'm not gonna lie. I did have the difficult conversation with her. I was like, "Hey, this is how it works."
So you know,
I kind of want my trophy. I think we broke up after that too. I don't think
Oh,
she was
man.
salty about it.
She was so mad.
Man.
I was
Oh,
like, I
man.
don't know. It's still in my shop.
and like, thanks for the trophy, and you get a gold star. Just
Yeah.
like boom. Send her
You
away.
get to show off
The look
the
on her
work.
face. I was like,
How do you think the writers of like these pop songs feel when the singer gets the award for like song of the year?
I don't think they care because they got
pay.
handsomely.
Yeah. And they don't have to deal with the fame. So I'm hoping,
That's
at least that,
true.
yeah. So I'm
Yeah.
hoping that they're
they get the
out there
check
just being
and
like, life is
none
good.
of
None of the
the
bullshit.
none of the
Yeah,
bullshit,
yeah.
none of the paparazzi.
Yep.
They can just give themselves a pat on the back and they're like, I'm good with this.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like,
yeah,
I'm,
residuals, but
Yeah.
yeah.
I am the foundations of her success or his
Yeah.
success.
Wouldn't that be weird if somebody drew up everything that you tattooed for you? You just had someone just sat down.
Just
and-
ghostwrite it, ghost draw
Yeah,
it.
you just ghost. You're my ghost artist.
Tattoo armor is literally the best way to wrap your client. I've been using it, Matt's been using it, and it's just awesome. There's no mess, there's no glue, and it's just super comfortable. I hope you can try it for yourself and just go on to Tattoo Armor and use the code Honest Tattooer for 20% off your order.
I want to bring you back to something that like we talked about earlier. I proudly use, your products for Maverick, man.
Oh yeah, thanks.
And
Me too. Very good stuff.
Thank you, guys,
yeah,
man.
not only great needles, but one thing that we raved about is that every time we get one of your packages, they always feel like they were packaged with love.
Yeah, man.
So many goodies.
Like, dude,
so many goodies.
our whole team is like, we're just nerds about it. We just love, like, I want to get a box that makes me happy. And so if we can do anything like that, like we were talking about earlier, like even on Saturdays, I'll have my kids in there and they're drawing on the card, the thank you cards for everybody. And I love seeing them get their stuff reposted. And I run over to my like 3-year-old.
Yeah,
Like,
check
look,
this out,
baby,
dude."
like so-and-so, posted this drawing of
Oh,
that you
it's so
did.
sweet. Yeah.
And they're like, they just light up. They don't have a clue what they're looking at. But it's on Instagram. It's a big deal.
No, but
No,
thank you
but
guys.
thank you.
Thank
Yeah.
you. We appreciate the love. It really does. Like,
I feel like right now there's like a little bit of like disconnect between the tattoo suppliers and tattooers these days. There's obviously bigger companies that own the vast majority of these companies that we buy from. So it feels special to me to be able to actually know the product. And
You're like the Dunder Mifflin of the tattoo company.
Is that a stripper?
Dunder Mifflin?
It sounds like a male stripper. Right?
Oh, you never watched The
Oh,
Office?
the legendary.
Okay.
Oh, man.
That's good.
All right.
That's good. Sorry. I just instantly thought of Las Vegas male stripper.
that's so funny. Somebody from Vegas would think.
There's a mustache on that guy for real.
Yeah.
but
But it's cool, man. I
yeah, man.
appreciate it.
I really like it, and I think like I try to support tattooer companies, man. I just believe in that.
It's
Same.
cool, yeah. And right now we're working on a bunch of little fun projects to try to like help other tattoo supply companies that are tattooer owned,
Yeah.
all of us network and help each other out. I think that's my goal for 2025. So,
Fuck yeah, man.
yeah,
Cool.
just team up
I'm
with
excited. I haven't bought any yet, but I'm excited that you guys started using or supplying needle on bar.
Yes, yeah. So that's like that was as interesting because when I started Maverick, I was like, we're only moving forward, technology, all the new shit. I love it. And then I was like, okay, no, like I want to use needle on board for lining still.
Yeah.
So I was like, let's do this. Like,
Yeah, because so I would get your cartridges, and they're like, "Fuck, now I got to go somewhere else and get the needle on bars for my line."
yeah, no, and
I'm excited you got that.
we don't have tubes yet, but we'll get there. And right now, like, that's what kind of things I want to try to like team up with other smaller companies and still help each other out and provide products that like we're not selling right now.
Yeah.
So you guys can have more, all of us as tattooers can have more of a one-stop shop, hopefully. Man, I just love tattooing, so I love like interacting with our community. I love all of the people that I met. Tattooing's brought so much positive shit to my life. It's just so great, you know. It's
Same,
also
man.
been a pain in the ass at times too, you know. But I love it, and it's like I owe everything to tattooing, so it's fun to try to get back in there and try to figure out new ways. This is a whole different perspective of tattooing too. You know, you go from tattooing and just being an illustrator, an artist, and tattooer, and then you all of a sudden are trying to figure out all these products and how this works and all, you know.
I feel like you've had all the hats of like you've been tattooer, you've been shop owner. Now
Yeah.
you're doing on like the next level. It's a supply company, so you're getting to see all these different hats that are within our industry
Yeah.
and experiencing because each one comes with its own set of challenges and
Yeah.
and it's a lot.
It's fun. Yeah. And to have tattooers texting you in the middle of the night, like, I think you should do this, and I think you should do that, and this is what I want out of you. And I'm like, okay, cool. Like, let me
Sweet, yeah.
try to figure that all out. And
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
but it's great. Like, I'm incredibly grateful to have this network and all these people that
Someone just
someone just
upstairs.
fell.
Yeah. All right.
I won't call out. Everybody's okay?
What's up, guys? So we took the opportunity, guys. So today we're gonna have a double episode that we're recording, and right now we're finishing up the first one.
Yeah.
And after that, our guest just showed up. And if you want to watch the rest of this, you're gonna have to tune into the next episode, and we'll see you next time. And I think a good way to wrap this episode up. It's just kind of an abrupt ending, but I think I like it.
That's fine by me.
Someone falls down the stairs. And
You're like, what the hell was that?
good.
Yeah. If you want to see who our next guests are, you're gonna have to tune in next week. We want to thank everybody that joined us in this episode. Thank you so much, guys, for joining us.
Dude, thanks so much for
And
having me.
before we leave, I want to leave you guys with an opportunity to give some closing thoughts. So if you can either give a closing thought or a suggestion and drop it on there.
Ooh. You guys, Poland? Are you up? Closing thought? You guys got anything?
Anything?
What was your experience so far coming to the US and doing some tattoos?
Hospitality, man.
Yeah.
Say it right into the
you
mic.
guys-
Get it a little closer to the mic.
Hospitality, man.
Yeah.
The hospitality.
Yeah. 100%, man.
Yeah. The scene, guys. You know, you see the real in real.
That's
I
what's
mean,
up.
we've only been showed nothing but love, and this is just pure amazing, unbelievable feeling. You know.
Good, brother. I
to hear
appreciate
that.
Thank you guys
that.
for
Thank
having
you guys
us.
so much.
Yeah.
Anytime.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you so
Good
much.
to be here today. Yeah.
Dude, a
Awesome.
kind word is never wasted. Just don't be a dick. Just get out there, be in love with what you're doing with tattooing. Get out and go see these tattooers. Go get tattooed by them. I don't know, that's like an old school way to do it, but that's what I enjoy doing.
Mhm.
Just connect with your community and be out there and be sweet, man, and just put in everything you've got to this industry because it will give it back. It's beautiful.
This is exactly what I wanted to
perfect.
say, but you just put it in the back.
Yeah.
He said it
You know,
fluently in his native language.
tattooers are nice. Dude, tattooers are nicer than they've ever been.
Thank you.
right
That
now.
was well
So
said, though.
embrace
That
it.
was
I
well
do
said.
the drawings. I don't do the work.
No, it was well said either way.
I think the biggest thing for me lately, it's been like the industry sounds so big, but I feel like the community is small. And if we all go back to feeling like we're part of a community and less part of like, when I think of an industry, I think of industrial and I think of a fucking factory, dude.
Yeah.
I don't think of a bunch of people that are getting together to really build something that's really worth being a part of. And that's not, the value of it is not so much as monetary, but more of like your quality of your life.
Yeah.
Because I didn't get into be a tattooer to be a fucking rich guy or anything like that. I got into it because I wanted to do something every day that I really love to do. And it makes me want to come back to it every day.
Yeah.
That's
So-
every day, man.
Yeah, that's it. I think that's the value of the thing that we do. We are in the business of making people happy, and
Yeah.
creating art, and doing fun things. So, guys, thank you guys so much. You guys got anything?
Bum, bum.
Nope.
That's it. We'll see you next time. Thank you so
Thank
much
you
for joining
guys.
us.
Bye.
Peace.